new thing you just saw because I'm not good at covering things up. That new thing is map markers. I'll have the map up just to make sure I don't mess this up. But basically, there are now little markers that can appear on top of your map. For example, that S over there, the S is a starting point, and it appears at the beginning of the level. But there's also a marker for the end of the level, which is an F. The S and F, they're just sort of there, just because soon enough the levels in this game will be really big. So it'll be very important that the player is able to look at the map and see where the start and end are. But there's also a problem of teleporting the player. What about if I don't make it obvious exactly where they're being teleported and how do they get to the end by following those? Well, I've come up with a way. You're probably wondering how, because there's only a start and finish. Well, the finish has a special thing that it does where if it's not on screen, then if the player is not considered looking at it, it will not become visible until they see it, which is convenient. However, there's another one in the game, which we can see by changing the sky. It's a flag. What does that flag do? Well, it's going to be placed in the areas where silent teleports, or as I call it, fake dynamic loading, happens. And yeah, this level already has one of those, because you probably don't remember seeing this area at all. I just realized this is your first time seeing this new area. I'll show you how I get here, but first, I'm married for a reason. The reason why I'm married? Well, I'm married because it's gonna fly through here. This little opening right here, it's basically made just for Mary. Arthas can also go through it, but it's pointless. But it will lead to the area where this teleport happens. And that's where you'll see that flag appear. So watch the map and you'll suddenly see a map pop. Well, you suddenly see a flag pop up whenever I enter that transition area. There it went. And see, it's very precise. The instant it detects that I can see it, that's when it becomes visible. This is done on purpose, though, as I've said. It's mainly done... It's just done on purpose just to make sure that the player can't get spoiled about the map. Basically, I don't want the player to just see, like, these random things on the map before they even see the lines. They'll always see the starting point, but the finish and any of the teleports, the player will not know about them unless they either... Well, actually, it turns out the Xane cheat is... Oh my, I just realized. The Xane cheat does not reveal the map markers. So nope, you can't cheat to find that out. That's a nice touch. I bet I could totally remove the entire map cheat, and then there'd be no way the player would be able to know these things are here. But anyways, when I go through the midway point to this tunnel, yeah, it may not look obvious at all, but it's actually a silent teleport. I'll demonstrate how much better this is than in the old Due to the Monster Invasion where I messed them up, because I just used normal teleport lines there that don't respect the player's orientation. But still, notice how right now, you're probably suspecting there will be another flag here. And there is another one. It's right behind my back. The game just won't show it because I haven't looked at it. I've clearly seen the sector it's near. But the Xane Wiki's kind of misleading. It's not the sector you have to see. You just have to see the object, because there's no way I could see that sector from down, from down on the ground. So watch. The instant I turn around, it'll appear. Yeah, only when I'm actually able to see it does it appear. And now you see, now the player could just look at the map and look at where the flags are, and they can put together that the two flags, well, since they're colored the same, it links to them. Also, let's demonstrate how good these teleport lines are. Before, if you try to go through one like sideways, the game would like force you forward right when you go through it. So no matter what direction you're facing, it would forcibly turn you around when you go through it like that. It looked really awkward. Well, now you can go through this any direction because it uses the teleport group ACS thing. And that basically means it doesn't matter what orientation you go through it in. It respects your momentum and your direction. So I could be staring at the ceiling when it teleports me. Or I could be staring at the floor. The ceiling or the floor, I could be staring at either. And it will still teleport me. It doesn't force me to immediately face its direction. Which means now I can make stuff like what you saw in Due to the Monster Invasion. You're able to see a lot smoother transition areas. Because as I said, the game is literally teleporting you right there. I hide the rest of the tunnel just because, well, it's going to be obvious enough. The player's going to see the map suddenly teleport. So I hide all of the lines after the middle point. Which, as you can see, makes it very obvious. As the player approaches the flag, then that's where they end up changing. It's kind of strange how when we reach the flag, you end up teleporting, but it's just coincidental. I placed it right after the line, so logical the player has to run towards the flag to be teleported. Also, I don't know why, but I can see that line right there, apparently. Maybe it's because I no-clipped at the beginning, because there's no way that I could have not revealed the area behind the starting point and revealed those random lines down that area. Speaking of that, you can see how the map works in Doom, by the way. Only when you see a line does it render on the map. Also, I can see the whole corner from here. So noticeably, the tree elevator's been updated so you can have multiple players going on it. Tree's now properly rounded instead of square. Also, there are multiple paths right here. There's the river path and this path. I'll show them both. This one's sort of a speedish path, but it's recommended you bring up your map during this. Also, I just noticed I can see through this corner apparently. Because see, I revealed a random line right there. And I clearly restarted the map. I shouldn't have seen that line. Also, I revealed a few lines way over there, too. That's weird. How am I revealing lines? Don't even know how, but you go around this corner and look, it's a boost panel outside of a speed section. The correct way you're supposed to handle that corner is a bit more obvious than that. Also, let me demonstrate that you can actually see the flag from here. Yeah, but if the player accidentally does that, then they'll look at their map and be like, why is there a flag up there? That flag, unfortunately, will also draw their attention. But it's almost like a rule of mine. If there's ever a silent teleporting area, you can bet there will be a flag on the map to indicate that. So the player essentially has to explore and reveal these flags. It's not really a goal. They don't count as secrets. Though eventually that area that leads to will be considered a secret. This will be a secret. I don't know what to put in the secret areas, and that's kind of worrying. But still. As you can see, it leads to a bridge area. Now let's go this way. This out-of-bounds parry area, as I said, I considered making into a full area. The 3D floor, well, the water here is actually a 3D floor. And due to this being the fake 3D renderer, the true 3D renderer actually supports slopes, but this is a fake 3D renderer, so it only supports, well, it only supports squares, not slopes. Therefore, I have to put many individual 3D floors here. There's many of them out of bounds. Look at that. Look at all of those individual 3D floors. So yeah, it takes a lot of work just to make a slope. Let's not even bring up slopes right here where I have to move the overhang texture. You haven't seen that in any of the levels that I made after that sound test in one of my older videos. Also, there's a weird glitch you can do on the slope here. Shouldn't want to show it off, but I shouldn't be able to go that fast. I wasn't using the air dash or anything that should properly allow the player to go that fast. And people talk about design, like website design, video game design, and they always bring up one thing: getting the player's attention. So as the player comes around this corner, one thing they'll be drawn to is the bridge. When they see that bridge, they're probably gonna want to see what that is. Now here's where the platforming starts to come in, by the way. I've said this has a lot of Sonic inspiration. And if there's any Sonic inspiration here, it's, well, I've decided that apparently many fans say that the Sonic series has 3 things in it: speed, platforming, and exploration. Well, why not stick all those in Kirbycraft? It already has enough Sonic references. It might as well have, like, the checklist that the Sonic fans clearly compare Sonic games to. Well, let's see how it passes the checklist so far. Speed, is this fast enough? Well, not until you jump in the water and then you slow down, but not the same way as Sonic slows down. Oh, I landed on that. Next on the checklist, platforming. Is this not platforming enough for you? Yeah, it's platforming in the first level. It's the first level, so obviously it won't be that hard. It's gonna be really hard to hold myself back when I can come up with so many ideas to put in this level. But the only thing that's really deadly here is either you trying to do the Kirby-style puffs too much, which at the beginning of the game the player won't even have, because remember, they'll have tail-style flying. There's falling damage to worry about, and the only other thing they'll have to worry about is drowning in the water, but that takes quite a bit, and I'm still planning on implementing an indicator. Maybe I could do like a Sonic-style countdown if you begin running out. Oh my, that would be pretty cool. Of course, what would be the drowning theme? Something that isn't Sonic's drowning theme, obviously. Even if in the game there's technically the God of Chaos Emerald jingle, I mean, that's in the game. For the Chaos Bridge. If you don't end up believing that, where is it? May I just remind you that essentially appears in this game. Right there, that's the jingle right there. Yeah, that right there is the Chaos Bridge getting jingle. It's like it starts off with the Chaos Emerald thing, and then it mixes it up. It's like, oh no, Chaos Bridges are not Chaos Chaos Emeralds. Just switch out. Now Tails, even though you probably should switch to Tails style flying, because that's a thing. There, let's just switch to Tails style flying, and then let's transform, because transforming allows me to do real Tails style flight, not that really horrible Sonic Heroes. Oh wait, no, it's not this one. No, not race results. But still, not that horrible Sonic Heroes flight. Guess what? Play the game and tell me that Tails doesn't fly really badly in that game. Then just go to Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and tell me he doesn't fly way better in that game. Which that's what this is based on. Along with the must be in midair to turn super, with the dedicated transformation button, because pushing jump while you're in midair does your special ability. I don't want to do what Sonic the Hedgehog 2 did, where the instant you jump you immediately transform. That's really stupid, Sega. It makes you have to transform. Here, the transformation is optional. Weird to stick so many Sonic references in. Oh, and so we've checked off speed and platforming, which is in World of Kirbycraft. But what about exploration? Well, it's very debatable what exploration is, but I'd argue the player having to enter secret areas like this is exploration. This isn't much exploration, but imagine if there were more hidden out of the way and the player had to really go and find them. You never know. Secret areas could have the special stage entrance for all I know. That actually would be a great idea, I just realized. Stick the special stage entrance in secret areas only, so you have to find a secret area in order to get to it. That is genius. That's like Sonic the Hedgehog 3. You have to find the little rooms with the giant ring in them. That's interesting. But still. Well, obviously. But still, though, we're still going to point out something, though. Let's just point out something. Even though it's kind of strange to go to the test level, and you find that special stage entrance out in the open. It's still a bit strange. It's just a test level, but it's weird to see one out in the open here when clearly it'll be in secret areas. Also, why is it lagging there? Also, what? Oh, I already have enough chaos bridges. I don't need the special stage. The game doesn't, like, make a sound effect or anything, so it's not going to tell you that you already have all the chaos bridges. Let's go. Around here, where is that? It's right here. Yo! Get one coin! What? I didn't even pick up a coin according to the game, it just gave it to me. What? Oh, wow, wow. Take, oh, Thal. Oh, it doesn't say, like, you may be messing up a script. Let's try that again. What? Wait. Why does it immediately transform me? Yeah, why is it immediately transforming me? Let's go to the test level and go to the special stage again because... By the way, test level is map 0 now, by the way. I made that because if a special stage glitches out, it tries to take you to map 0, which, just like with official games, could be the test level. Okay, nice. Not immediately cutting me off. I don't know why that it was giving me those coins before. I don't think I have a debug mode on. I think the script is told to do that, but I've never seen it actually give me coins instead of taking them away like that. That's really strange to actually see it do that. Still though, the exploration could be having to go locate the special stages. I mean, I want to make it more Sonic exploration. You have to go find secret areas that are hidden off to the side. One of them may have the special stage entrance. Only one, just to make sure you really have to hunt it down. And obviously, going to a special stage will immediately make the level be considered 100% complete because of the way my special stages work. Which, I think that Sonic Chaos has a really similar way of doing special stages, but it turns out it's based on rings, apparently. That's a bit disappointing. I was about to say, did an actual Sonic game do what World of Kirbycraft does? Basically, in World of Kirbycraft, you have to find a special stage entrance, enter it, and then you'll be taken out of the level abruptly. If you fail or succeed the special stage, you'll still move on to the next level. The special stages in Sonic Chaos appeared to do the same thing. I don't know why the person was randomly being teleported after they picked up a bunch of rings. It didn't make any sense. But still. He would just get teleported to a special stage. It would just randomly do that. And of course, later we're going to find out it's all about rings. But still, it would take you to a special stage, cut off your current stage, not give you any results, which matches up before Kirbycraft. You saw it just takes you out without any results screen. Which makes sense because, well, the 100% completion thing won't work if you're forced to enter a special stage. So basically what will end up happening is that the player will be forced to enter a special stage, then afterwards they just move on to the next level, which is what Sonic Chaos appears to do. So that's before I saw what Sonic Chaos did. So this is just coincidence that World of Kirbycraft has another Sonic reference. It's just like, I think one of the things that I put in I didn't know, oh yeah, I didn't know that the you had to push a special button while jumping to transform. So you can't do it while you're on the ground. You have to be in midair in order to transform. Well, I didn't know that that was Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I thought the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 got it right, until I saw that you have to forcibly transform when you jump, which is stupid. Like, why? I don't think Sega thought that through, really. But oh well, though. We still oh, whoa, that's a better camera view than normal. You can see that only when I'm just talking, I just run around randomly, by the way. You seem to be really good at showing off. Well, that was awesome. I didn't lose any speed. Oh, I hit a wall. That's going to take away part of the world record right there. Let's go fly, game. Oh, the game refuses to fly because I landed in the water. Yeah, that's a new thing, by the way. In order to fix that glitch where if I hit the water, I'll be pulled into the water. The instant you hit the water, you immediately lose your flying ability. And you don't regain it until you're on the ground for long enough. This is done to keep the player from just repeatedly following this ledge and then immediately flying. I don't know how I pulled off there, but I guess it's enough ticks to have it not happen. But if you ever land in the water, it forcefully will cut off whatever flight you have. Okay, sadly, I can still see that the instant flight glitch is still there.
Not here.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that's my laptop's low battery thing, by the way. You may have heard it in the previous development part. Oh, and did I glitch out my flying ability? It said 0 and it hit the ceiling. Also, if you want to know what the critical one was again, it's Sonic Boom Sonic. That weird thing when all of a sudden like he's about to cuss and then he stops.
Oh shit!
I cut it off now! But it's one of the unused lines from Rise of Lyric. It's the infamous one. It's pretty infamous, isn't it? Broken game since Sonic 06. Still, I think I'd be more interested in Sonic 6 to like get that game somewhere and then break Wave Ocean over and over again. Yes, I just said I would actually want to own Sonic 06 just so I could break it. Cause hey, that seems to be a reason why people don't get it. Why would you get that game but to break it? Not saying that World of Kirbycraft will have any inspiration from Sonic 06. I say that and then watch it have a reference to Sonic 06 somewhere. I probably should put a Sonic 06 reference, but not make it be something that makes the game break. I'm not as lazy as what Sega's developers were in that game. Wouldn't stick something that breaks the game in it. So lets you stand upside down on loops. Or the weird sand and water thing with the off-model Princess Lace. Still. Oh yeah, and there's a glitch right here. If you stand right on the edge, you fall in, the camera will not follow you through the ground. Even though it shows it can perfectly fine render through the ground. Don't know why the camera refuses to render down there. It refuses to go below the floor. Well, it refuses to go above the ceiling or below the floor. But still, yet it'll do it right here for some reason. Luckily, Arthas can save himself. If I switch to Mary, she will not be able to save herself. Let's just quickly demonstrate that she cannot make it. If she falls in there, you cannot get her out. Yeah, look at that. Can she get out the other way? Nope. She cannot get out either way. Mary is stuck. Wait, but is she stuck? If she has her hammer, can she get out? Yes, she can get out if she has her hammer. But there's a downside. Remember, if an enemy hits you while you're holding your hammer, you will lose it. This means the player is not guaranteed to have this weapon on hand. As I mentioned, if an enemy hits you and you lose coins, actually I just realized I think you have to lose coins. Okay, apparently the dropping hammer code is not working. I think it's because I glitched out the dropping coin code. But still, it's supposed to drop. Still, it's supposed to drop that. If that falls off an edge, you lose your hammer. There's a better sound font we can listen to this in, because it sounds way better. Oh, and by the way, here's a troll near the water. I said, oh, remember how when I was making the stupid tiger, I said, oh, I should make the trolls do what the tigers do, where the tiger cheats if he enters the water. Essentially, the same thing should happen with the troll. Because if I knock the troll in the water, he becomes just as helpless as that tiger did before. Watch out that he doesn't kill me. Oh my, whoa! No! 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 The tigers! They're gonna platform. Where's troll? There is. Now I can demonstrate. Ah, fall in the water, you should clearly be off the edge. Okay, now look at him. Now he's just stuck in the water. This looks really stupid. Seeing part of them above the water. Although that's still a possibility. Let's see if he'll do platforming and he'll jump over here. I wonder if it will land. Yeah! Oh no, never mind, never mind. Nope, nope. Just gonna land in the water and he's gonna cheat! Saw you cheat. Do platforming tiger. Oh no, that's cheating! That's cheating! I don't consider that a valid way to get over here. Oh, and by the way, and here's the different paths that you can take here. Jump over here, jump over here, jump here. There's also this one where if you run into the vertical spring, it balances you upward. Well, it balances you upwards, though. Pretty obviously, it balances you upwards. That's still very well. Still. There'll probably be none of them that bounce you downwards. Because that'll probably cause falling damage. Well, I'm cheating just like them now. I'm just gonna keep hitting them with this. Ha! Oh! Ah! I thought she said something every time she killed one. Oh. Oh. Turn the. She literally does not insult them anymore. Oh. Why? I thought the tigers had them always insulted. Let's just summon the glitchy thing that caused me to teleport through walls. The huge troll. Huge toll. Reminds me of toll. I don't want him to hit me. He's gonna teleport through a wall. Something that the Edobean developers need to fix. She still isn't insulting them. Why? Barry, you're supposed to insult the huge trolls. This is an easy way to destroy him. Still hear anything? I killed 4 of them right there. You're still not saying anything on them. Also, there are new merry jumping sounds, but they're noticeably lower in volume because I didn't adjust them. That hut right there. I mean, I really shouldn't be making new voices because... Oh, and by the way, here's the menu sounds. It sounds like a children's toy. So the best way to describe this. But there's more sounds than that, and I knew that. There's, play sound. this one? That one doesn't play at all. The prompt. That one I expected to pop up on like question screens, like this one. I thought that these made a like sound effect whenever they came up. Apparently they don't. So yeah, one of the sounds isn't even playing correctly.
You working on Kirbycraft?
Ah, still though, we have to find cases where the reason why I said I shouldn't even be doing new voice acting for
Mary! Oh, I can't do a voice box now.
That's the reason why that I've decided I'm going to have to make the decision. To end up doing something about the whole voice thing. Let's just teleport to a special stage.
Oh, yeah!
You finally just heard that, didn't you? Let's see if we can get the other one to play for comparison.
Oh, I got one!
So you might be thinking, I was just hearing things. I heard a totally different girl's voice. I don't think you were hearing things.
Oh, yeah!
You were not just hearing things. Strange to hear a totally different voice, but yeah, there is a different voice here, by the way, so I'll point that out. It's a new thing. I fear that it would be like treated like Sonic voice actors and stuff, where, you know, as soon as like a new Sonic voice comes out, everyone like complains about it and says no. Like why are you giving Sonic a new voice? Like his adventure voice was fine. Like still, sure it's gonna be treated like that. But like, I happen to prefer that man doing a high-pitched voice as the girl. But yeah, wonder if I can get the sounds to play, because there are many. I want to see if I can get the other ones to play, because the special stage ones, they would take forever to trigger like the failure ones, because, well, it lasts 2 minutes. What? Why can't I type in the asterisk ones?
I was so close.
Well, we might as well hear this one. This was, I was so close to, but she doesn't say to.
I was so close.
Yes. And this one's kind of strange, but see, I'm not finished.
I'm not finished.
Now you might think, for 1.2 is this girl, and for a second point, why is there a new voice? Well, obviously, you've seen I'm starting to struggle with the Mary voice. It's sad, but if I get a doll of Mary ever, don't be surprised if I still end up doing that voice, because, well, obviously, the new voice actress, yeah, if you didn't catch, this is a girl, not a man with a high-pitched voice.
I was so close.
But still, can't compare to this! that is still funny to hear this voice changes, but still. I'll explain who the girl is later. But for now, I'll explain. That's the sound. So you might think, I thought that Mary cried. After she said I'm not finished, she would cry. Like that noise, when I heard that, when I was listening to the voice acting I received, I was afraid that she wouldn't have any crying. I was like, no, Mary has to cry. She's known for crying at everything, so she has to cry at least once. Luckily, there is another line where she actually does have a more crying sound, which I can remember it. What's the other moments where she cries? Oh yeah, it's one of those sounds I was trying to get to play earlier. They're the large monster kills, which don't know what they're called. Well, what are they called? I need to switch to. the desktop. No. No, Ross. Keep forgetting about my toe. Oh no, I just realized my toe! Because it's totally relevant. It's like HMS. Like HMS, that's like my weakness now. My toe, literally. Yeah, you know, that thumb has some weird stuff because I keep cracking those feet. Keeps messing up that thumb. I worry it's gonna just like twist and snap or something. My mind imagines the worst though. Still, my toe! As HMS 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 something would say. By the way, I don't know if he's actually on here at all now, so I don't even know. But what is that sound? Large monster kill. Little girl insult. Oh, that means it's I. That means it's just I one or something. I think that's the one where the crying appeared. And thankfully she stays more accurate on some, but let's hear this. What? What? There's a sound here.
Oh, the power of the straws! Yay!
That one plays.
How are you doing, baby?
Why am I not hearing the first sound?
Don't let my cuteness fool you.
Huh. I can't get the sounds to play. But let's switch back to the desktop. Oh, wait. It's in the extra lag folder. So I'm going to switch to the extra lag. I call it extra lag for a reason because don't know why, but it just can't load this humongous file by itself.
Give me most button dice. She don't want to admit it, but I'm kicking my butt.
What you doing, homie? You need to plug it back in?
Yeah, plus you can read your messages.
Sweet.
But I'm on World of Kirbycraft.
Awesome!
So where's that particular sound in here? Res. Oh!
Get wet somehow, honey? What's the
So let's return back to World Kirbycraft. Because I've now fixed the sounds, they should play. So you might remember this one had crying as well. She does better on this one than the other one, so let's hear that.
Oh, wait a second. I shouldn't be crying for you. You're an enemy, and I don't like you.
When compared to,
Oh, the power of the straws! Yay!
mine does not sound believable in any way. And this one.
Oh, was I too cute for you?
Don't let my cuteness fool you.
I wonder how many of them were actually replaced. I think there's one for the boss too.
You think your big size scares me? I'm not scared.
Oh, that one.
Look at me. Look at me over here.
Am I cute?
Am I cute? Am I cute?
Wow.
Oh, look at you. You're so ugly.
She actually did record that one. But I wonder if I can maybe request a re-record so that she says get on my site at the last night. And see why that it would not be interpreted correctly, because it actually sounds really blurred together. B34. Also notice B5. B5 is silent, but it doesn't say it's not a sound. But still, I had it removed. That's the one where Mary cries on this one. It doesn't really fit because she basically references a scene that was never actually animated.
Remember, don't let my cuteness fool you.
Also, what I don't like is kind of whenever she strays too far from what Mary originally said. But I like ones like this because it sounds really close to mine and it makes Mary sound better.
Remember, don't let my cuteness fool you.
Still kind of strange to hear that, then jump and hear a man doing a girl's voice. By the way, no falling scream. Mary's not scared anymore. Just for... Also, I don't think any of the magical cutie Mary intros are replaced. She did do one before, though. I know that. Vic. What is it called? They have different names in sound info, so you don't even know what they're called. Intro.
I'm Restful Cutie Mary. They'll take you down by the power of love.
Oh.
I'm Restful Cutie Mary. They'll take you down by the power of love.
Where's the other one?
I'm Restful Cutie Mary. They'll take you down by the power of love.
Why isn't the other one playing?
Memo's got you a turkey breast in, which will be good here in a little bit. And it's all white meat. It's nothing but white meat. But you want me to fix you a box of chicken noodle soup before then?
Yeah, Mel, I'm recording.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were recording.
It turns out the other one actually was recorded and was stuck in the game, so now we actually can do a comparison. Here's my voice.
I'm Restful Cutie Mary. They'll take you down by the power of love.
And here's the new one.
I, magical cutie Mary, shall take you down by the power of love.
Yeah, there's a big difference between these voices. But still, some of them do seem like improvements. Doesn't tend to be the most responsive on Facebook, but we may as well end up sort of giving away who this is, because anyone who's like looked at our channel, anyone who's actually looked at like this girl's like YouTube or heard her at Also Games Done Quick will recognize this girl's voice, because it isn't that different from what you'd expect from her. But can you tell? Can you tell that is? Yes! This is who's the new Mary voice advertising. Well, there she. You might end up still wondering though. Don't know if I'd exactly want to look at the original video. But basically, one day I was looking at Awesome Games Done Quick 2016 when all of a sudden I was on Paper Mario speedrun. Now you can look it up and you will see the video on YouTube. Yes, the Paper Mario 2016 Awesome Games Done Quick. And then eventually heard this high-pitched voice. I keep thinking, for some reason I keep thinking, like, is he doing that, or is there some unknown girl I don't know about? However, I soon hear him referring to this girl as a different person. She still isn't named, however. But then I look at the YouTube comments, and for once, the comments are not people complaining about stuff. They actually start saying her name. Then I start looking her up. And then when I go to like one of her update videos, I hear that same high-pitched voice. And it just reassures me. But then I start worrying. This girl sounds like the perfect voice for Mary. Sounds cute. Plus she also looks cute. That cute picture. This is the update video, by the way. And this is the older appearance of her, which, by the way, I was trying to wonder if there was any resemblance between this and a Kirby character, but no, there isn't. It's just coincidence that it seems similar. But now I feel we must play them again here, though. Well, like, can you actually see it here? Yeah, you actually can see it. It's like different graphics. Drivers like NVIDIA, if they render anything, it doesn't even matter. It will still appear if it's on display capture instead of window capture. That's convenient. Oh wait, there's those sounds. Oh, and there's one of them we never heard. This one. Oh, never mind, we did hear that one. Wait, what's the one we didn't hear then? That one, I think. Cool. And what's this one? Okay, never mind. We heard those. We didn't hear this one. They all are girl sounding things. Oh, and they're also out here. There's duplicates out here. There's one called Menu Exit. That one sounds different. So, where is it? It's this one.
Remember, don't let my cuteness fool you.
When compared to?
Hey, all you peep sisters, I don't care.
Literally, it's literally. I just realized that's literally her normal voice in her videos. That's the voice she's using for Mary. That's pretty awesome. That means it's the same high-pitched voice, the same cuteness. But yes, this girl, she's now Mary's voice. So I'll point that out. So yeah, now that I've explained that, then now you'll end up knowing about, well, you'll now end up knowing about the new voice. But don't worry though, unlike Sega, I actually give you the option. They'll force you to listen to the new Sonic voice, but if you don't like the new voice, you're screwed. Both mine, I'm nice enough to leave the original voices in. So if you prefer my man doing a little girl's voice for some reason, then there is an optional thing that you can add on to bring back the voices. So there will be a PK3 for that. Or I don't know how I'm going to put it up for download. Something tells me I'll just include it with one of my releases. And since it'll rarely need updating, I'll probably like create a page on my GitHub and I'll probably be like, go to the releases page to download the releases, or then I'd have like these additional add-ons that the person could download, and they'd just be included with one of the releases, so I wouldn't have to host it anywhere. Sneaky little alternative there. But then the person would be able to go and download the PK3, and then just load it along with it. Unfortunately, it won't be as user-friendly as just double-clicking World of Kirbycraft and it just adding everything it can. If it ignores files that don't exist, then I'll just make the iWAD thing be set to load every PK3 it finds in the folder. Then it'll just load them when the person has them. Even though a bunch of error messages will probably flop as soon as they start. So that's basically all the updates. But however though, this is the data, and I figure there's one thing that can be done. That's coming up with more flag colors. So let's just find the flag, graphics, and environment. Mark CO, there it is. That's what it's colored like internally, which looks pretty, but it looks like one of those surrendering flags. Not that I want to see like being reminded, oh, I should surrender. But still. So to confirm I remember correctly, it's this one all the way up to this one. So yeah, this is what's good about paletted graphics. The problem I have about true color graphics is, well, they're not easy to recolor. You can't just have one graphic internally like this, and then it can be recolored in many different colors. Now, you're only stuck with one, or you're going to have to include separate images for each. But instead, I could just do stuff like this, and, well, I think this will be the in-game recolor right there. I think this... Yeah, look how weird that looks. I chose between that and this, but no, that emphasizes the 3D. Yeah, it's my attempt at 3D perspective, and it looks better than the hammer. This is better than the hammer, obviously. It has way more detail, nice lighting, but due to the palette, you can't see most of the smoothness. I'm gonna have to determine what order these colors come in. And this brown flag, by the way. With the orange colors. I'm worried that I won't be able to get a good recolor, because see, the eye-searing colors down here are really hard to find a good recolor with. But I know an orange flag is going to have to be in there. There's a blue flag already in the game. Cyan, but still. Switch it to this one, and boom, different recolor. That's what I like about paletted graphics. They're not as common now, but Doom is an old enough game to have a paletted graphics. Also, inverting this looks really strange. It looks like it's coming towards the screen and there's somehow shading like that on it. Doesn't even make sense based on the lighting. Tinting it purplish. It's like these colors are basically unnecessary. These ones right here. It's like I added so many middle ones. If you look closely, you'll realize I didn't add every possible color. Like, I think there are some in-between colors that aren't there. At least I think there aren't. So let's see what this one results in. That one looks decent. Nah, that one has a weird looking glitchy edge, because apparently the edge is brighter than the rest, and I didn't even think that. Brightens up. That covers up the edge, because sadly, the edge, unless I recolor it separately, will always stand out. I have to make it be this color. So we might as well recolor it to this, because then that makes it the orange flag.
Damn it.
Shadow. Don't make me actually say that, because that would not fit. I'm not gonna do what you did, where you randomly stuck cussing in a series that doesn't even have it. Well, sort of. There's some of the games where it does. Like, randomly Knuckles. And Sonic Boom Knuckles, too, because he cusses in an unused file. He literally does, even further than Shadow. And now we'll now have a second one. And you might be thinking, Xane, those numbers, you know that they're being used by other Doom monsters? Well, no, I actually modified the map info file that the PK3 that comes with the engine itself refers to. It now does not refer to any of the base game's stuff. So that means that now none of them are defined. Only the ones that have ZDoom after them are the ones that I have to worry about. What if I can find that page? Standard editor numbers. Now I don't have to worry about my numbers conflicting. I just have to keep an eye out for the ones that say ZDoom on them. Any of them that say like Xane or Doom can safely be overwritten. That's why I start mine with 5 because 4. That's why I start with 5 because, well, look out there, see 4. ZDoom. So I have a lot more slots now available to me now. It's going to be really confusing looking at these, but older Kirbycraft's going to have totally unpredictable numbers. Luckily, I do all mine through Decorate and don't stick them in the Doom Builder configuration. So that means, well, Doom Builder is actually capable of getting the stuff by itself, as you can see by this Decorate folder. As you can see here, I can sort my own stuff here. Well, why is that there? I have to remove that. We don't want the dog. We'd rather have K-Dog because that turns into the dog, which, and then it's also Gordo, which sadly Gordo is gonna have to be removed. Sadly, so we're not gonna hear him say mouse. Oh, and by the way, we might as well fix those. But now we can demonstrate. Now there's an option for multiple flags. Marker TP1, marker TP2, and there we go, blue and orange. What's weird is they don't move behind or in front of each other in 3D. Whatever the game decides to stick them in front of each other or behind each other, they stay that way. This won't really be a problem unless the player manages to unzoom enough and make them actually touch each other on the map. But that's the only way that they're going to make them overlap. And yet at the moment they're kind of strange because, see, they rotate around that part. They don't rotate around the center like these way simpler ones are. I was originally thinking about making the start and ending points be flags, but then I realized if I make the teleport areas have like numbers on them, then how are you able to associate them with numbers? Then people can just say, oh, the blue flag, the orange flag. As long as my mind doesn't screw up my knowledge of colors, it still was trying that for some reason. But the blue and orange flags here are enough for now. I've got to have way more recolors. Though they're always like a reference to like my favorite colors. Kind of surprised about how much these two, they have very similar colors, despite one of them being the eye steering colors of the palette. Oh, no, that was not even intended to be my best time going through that area, but wow, if I was speedrunning, I would be amazed by that, but I would worry that I would just mess up the next time I had to jump. Also, you probably saw something while I was running through this area. You're not seeing things. This is the rare instance of a slime trail appearing in ZDoom. They rarely appear, and even if they appear, they're only like 1 pixel. But they're very precise. This is a very precise or pixel perfect spot. You have to stop right at a certain location to see it. Literally, I'm just going right over it now. There. That line going up the screen. Instead of going down the screen, it's going up the screen. But instead of being a slime trail, it's like a little black line. Still, that little black line is actually a slime trail. Still though, it's a bit weird to see a slime trail in, well, ZDoom just because you don't expect it. Oh, and now there's now multiple flags. Oh, this area is going to teleport me to that area right over there. Nope. Oh, by the way, and this is a bit misleading because if you look at the map, look how I literally squished that in there. But it's kind of justified because, well, let's just say World of Kirbycraft's world does not work as the real world works. Because, how is an ocean on top of a river? It just looks pretty. Ah! Oh, and I might as well show this off, by the way. Why am I locked in place? Why am I moving backwards? Wait, what? Oh! I was wondering why there was no spring. But still, though, remember, whenever you jump off a spring, you're immediately allowed to activate your ability. Which means you can do what you just saw me do right there. You can aim down here, boom, you'll probably land in the water. Or you can just try bouncing over there, but you have to be really fast. Ah, and there's how you land over there. Or you can just jump, boom. Reminds me of Sonic games. Whenever people speedrun them, the game tries to slow them down over and over again, and they just keep like doing their speed moves to keep boosting them up full speed. Too bad I can't like do what Sonic does, where you could like stomp this and go boom, stomp right down onto it, because that's not how the vertical springs work. They forcibly push you in a certain direction, but they mostly push you vertical, which is to help you get onto this ledge. Still, but look at how if you get the timing of these air dashes, then you can really fly around fast. All up. I thought I just saw that fade in, and I was like, I'm not telling this voxel to fade in. Makes me end up wondering though, could I actually make the objects fade in instead of pop in? Maybe some of them could fade in. Obviously, the only reason why they pop in is just as a parody of Sonic Adventure Director's Cut and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And if you make the draw distance a bit worse to the pop-in distance, then it's a reference to Sonic 06. And there's a reference to Sonic 06 right there. There's already a reference to Sonic 06 in the game. Drop your pop-in distance, and it will literally act more like Sonic 06. Oh, and see that right there? That's another advantage of the air dash, by the way. You're just running, and all of a sudden... well, for some reason it wouldn't let me do it there. When it lags, it will not let you do your air dash, which is really annoying. So suddenly turn. Hey. Let's try it again though. Turn. Hey. Ha! The downside about air dashing to the spring is that you lose all your speed. And then plus you have to recharge, so you can't use your air dash whenever it'd be useful. Whenever the game slows you down, it will just speed right back up. And obviously, because you might want to save your air dash for right here, because the way you get in that hole is by getting right by here, jump. Might as well just show how you get in there, as Mary, but you. See, this is why that it's like a secret area. I just realized that technically Mary will be able to get up there easily with the hammer, but maybe there could be like a self challenge here. Can you get up there without the hammer? Because remember, the hammer lets you jump like twice the height as normal, but it gets rid of your speed unless you use the air dash. The air dash. Oh, and by the way, before you ask, yes, this is a beta Wind Waker texture, by the way. Wind Waker's textures would blend in a lot better with World of Kirbycraft. They're still a different style, quite clearly, but I've already broken that rule that I said on my earlier ones where I make sure all the textures are made by me. No, now some of them aren't made by me. But a lot of them are, as they're still leftovers. Which includes the fence. All of them look wooden with a little amount of detail. These still look really detailed. So, whoa, this game does have a lot of speed. Too bad sometimes you'll hear me button mashing jump, and look at that. If you button mash jump, you're basically guaranteed not to do the air dash. Well, my game discourages you button mashing. Still though, let's return to the desktop. Very easy to become distracted. Oh yeah, we also have the source code open. Don't know what way to do, but I think I'm gonna look in my static folder, because the static folder is basically what the data.pk3 file is. But speaking of that, we haven't heard any music in a while. So let's just hit up this.
Damn, not here.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard me do that. I tend to end up home alone, but that's a guy singing right there, by the way. Oh, it's like Rush. At least it's not where we say. At least it's not like the infamous comic guy put in that notebook, or us mistaking Blaze for Rush, when Rush is a dog from Mega Man, and clearly not Blaze, the cat. There's the map info, which by the way was based on the minimal one. I just renamed it. You could tell that because there's like no pause graphic or anything. It's just no flat, no flat. Also, advisory time 0. No, the beta do not distribute picture might as well pop up. Oh, and speaking of that, we probably couldn't see that picture all the times I tried to show it to you in the past. Here's the Xane beta do not distribute picture, by the way. Yeah, Xane Corp beta do not distribute without Xane's permission. I probably should change this now because you can freely distribute this. It's online and you can very easily download it. Oh, by the way, and I still can't remove this picture, by the way. I still have to make it widescreen compatible, though. I'm aware of that. Even though the resolution that World of Kirbycraft defaults to is obviously the one you're intended to have it in. I still have to come up with a temporary title picture too, don't I? Wait. Is there a title pick in here? I forgot, this program cannot search. It might crash. I might be mistaking it for foobar, which cannot search. Okay, never mind, this one can search. Title pick. PNG, I assume. Oh yeah, there is a temporary title pick. It's based on the installation picture. The one from that old Windows installer, which is now totally outdated. Now that we've added that in, we might as well see it in game. So let's switch to the game, World of Kirbycraft. The game is not running, but it's taking a while to save.
Damn it.
Okay, good. GZ Doom Builder isn't crashing just because I try to run the game twice. That's impressive. You're not crashing for once. We should be able to see it in the console. Wait, what? No, we only see the no flat picture. What's the one that... Wait, what? Why?
If you need juice, honey, I'll get it.
Meanwhile, keep recording. We can still make it appear in the game, though. It's considered a full sky, so most of it goes below the screen. World of Kirbycraft, or shall I say, Dwol... Doesn't turn out into anything, there's cute Mary, but the K-Dog. Should I say, K-Dog? Right here. Ha! Split into a million pieces. For honor! as artists would say. Why can't I move in the water? I go backwards. I don't want to go backwards in the water. I don't know how I kept going backwards in the water. That's weird. Yeah, look like there was a current. I don't know what I did to go backwards in the water all those times. But yeah, now I need to find out why I'm not seeing that picture. It's time for some real development. I argue that it's about time. Also, if you're curious, my right mouse click button doesn't work, so that's why I use mouse keys. It's better than sticky keys, which I only found useful once, ever. When my fingers, I don't know, I could only use one hand for some reason. So, well, logically, I had to hit each of the function keys, or whatever they're called, central and stuff. Only could hit once. Oh, and there's that picture I never see in the game now. I make first place and all it looks so much cooler. Arguably, second looks cooler than first. The texture. So let's go back to static. Oh wait. Any of the changes I make here will not make a difference at all. Also, the common file is just here. And if I remove any of these, then I'll be free to use these. Sadly, I cannot use any of these because I want to keep them to ZDoom's defaults because none of them are referenced in GZDoom Builder anymore because I removed them. So I have to basically rely on these now. Oh my. Still though, why does he say none? I might as well remove them. Some of these I don't really see a point in, like eyes above or eyes below, or hit fake floor? Wait. Fake floor mean it counts 3D floors? Custom bridge or invisible bridge, whichever one makes the Hexen stuff appear as useful. Still, I'll have to recompile the source code in order to make these changes be applied. XLAT is not needed because why would you make something in Doom format? It could come in handy if I could like make it be able to convert like other Doom maps, so like convert them to World of Kirbycraft's textures or something. That would be cool. Also, this is very outdated. There's quite a few changes that still need to be made. So let's go to GitHub. So we can go get an older change that will hopefully have the team info file. I think this one will have the data. Windows, because this has data.pk3 in it. Import this and look at team info. See if it's changed. Yes! Human, undead, and orc. Because be surprised, it's just the boring team names on air. I know I could include this with the mod itself, but no, I'm sticking it in the source. And by the way, for some reason this Spile Doom file is required. I don't know why, so I just replaced it with a copy of the World of Kirbycraft palette. Also, I have to find whatever the format of this console font thing is, because it has the Doom font. I wouldn't mind replacing it with like my own font. Because until then, the console looks like something from Doom and it doesn't blend in. Also, the actual Hexen graphics are here instead of gross hack. Are shaders used by ZDoom? No flat. I think that I can replace this. It'll be one of these colors. We might as well recolor every Z-Doom image just because. Which one of these is it? This one. Because for example, I could make it like purple, and then I can make it like a parody of like the Half-Life 2 Portal and Source engine. Or it can be made blue and orange. But I think blue and orange just wouldn't look as cool. I don't know. I just think it'd be really eye-searing colors. By the way, the blue and orange fade is sadly out of the game. But yeah, I think I should do the parody of the Source engine for some reason. It's gonna be funny. It already looks like it technically, but we're gonna make it more accurate. There! Now we now have that! This is also the Minecraft, because Minecraft made a reference to it as well. Also, what? I just recolored a PNG? No, it has to be a Doom graphic. Save it, turn it into a Doom graphic. There, now it's now a reference to the Source engine. That engine that basically left behind. Can I delete these two without causing glitches? I'm now going to recompile the source code to test that. Build. One skipped, 0 succeeded, 0 failed. Why? Why? Is it because it detects no changes, I assume? I have to make a change. It isn't even updating that PK3. There, I made a change. Now we compile the source. That way it's not an actual source change, is it? I'll change something here if I have to. Okay, it's actually changing it. Now I actually update my PK3 file. I'll be able to tell if it doesn't, because I won't see those new teams in it. Just to guarantee that that's currently looking at the right thing. Guess what? You'd rather see Arthas and Uther more than once instead of just seeing the game. Skipped build install. But did you skip the PK3? I'll confirm this. Let's look at the teams that I can choose from. Blue, red, green, gold. No. No. Those are not the teams in my... I just realized something. While we're here, we might as well see if the controls are improved here or not. Death binds. Death binds. Double bind will stick up. Oh, it only has these. Generic. There's no need for a speed button. Don't know what these are. It's 7. That'd be alt attack. Joy 8. Attack. There we go. So 5. Through this right here. All of them have an equivalent on the left shoulder button or left bumper, LB, or whatever you call it on Xbox controllers, which is what it's intended for, but they also mentioned PlayStation, so I'm wondering if PlayStation becomes L1 or whatever. Delete that data.pk3 file. Also, that graphic does look really nice for my standards right there, the flag. Why isn't it building the PK3? Because it always says that skip build install, but why isn't it installing? Is it because I'm only making Xane? Compile everything. Build everything. No, what about WAD circ? You should be compiling WAD circ. Isn't it forgetting about WAD circ? Should be somewhere around here. Where's WAD circ? Confused. Do I have to zip it myself now? Because I don't know why it's not realizing the file does not exist. It should be creating it because the WAD circ folder. I don't see it. All build. Build. Rebuild. Has to rebuild everything. Normally we just do that randomly, but now it's like, no, you have to tell me to rebuild everything again. You have to wait on a long build now. But it's not as long as it normally is. Updated to commit 1.1 alpha. I saw that. It said 1.1 alpha. And speaking of this, while we wait, we might as well compile these. Or at least we should at least submit them to GitHub. Using the Git shell. Wait, I just realized, maybe I can skip over GitHub and just do Git shell, because I think I've seen it here before. I know, there's a command right here, Git. I don't know if it's quite the same as Git shell. Let's see if this lets me skip the GitHub main interface. This last part's gonna be more boring. Seems to be a thing in my videos. They start off really exciting, then I get distracted, and then they become boring. By the end, they're just not as interesting. Oh, and Git shell just opened. Perfect. It appears to be the same Git shell that I was looking for. Well, that's a square. Square scare cam because Git shell is scary. Well, it isn't really scary once you get used to its commands. Though Git push origin master is not really obvious at all. Now it should detect that's a Git. Oh, well, I'm really far behind. 113. Git add CPP. What am I gonna say for my message for the commit? I'm probably gonna say something like, "Oh, I modified menu just so it would actually try to compile the files." Also, let's add slash. What's circ? What are you talking about? There's fuck called what's circ in there. Oh, there we go. Had to put in .slash. I only remember seeing that somewhere, but I didn't know I'd actually have to type that in. Thought it would understand. Slash means assume the current directory. How much did it add within that directory? I'm really curious. Wait, start out star. So I'm really worried that that wand circ isn't going to be updated. Strange. What's nice about what's called the PowerShell and the command prompt on Windows is that you can type in the next command while it's doing its current command. So I already typed all that in. It's refusing to make that thing load. I just want to catch my commit in real time. Oh, I missed it. I blame the internet randomly not loading for some reason. So remember, it ignores the Git description. I have to remember that. It ignores it. It literally just chooses 1.1 alpha, because that's all I typed in. I'm planning on getting rid of the R stretch sky CVAR because it'll make it, I'll just make it assume the skies are stretched by default. Because all my skies are designed to be viewed so that you can see them down bottomless pits. Also, I moved Heretic and Xane because remember, the other status bars, Hexton and Heretic aren't my main thing. There you go. Human, undead, orc. Now let's see if we actually can switch to the team. There we go. Human team, undead team, and orc. And now let's see these orcs. And humans and undead. The way we see it is by doing this. Kill all other players. A cheat that I probably should set SV cheats in the source code to be 1 by default right now, because it's more fun with cheats, let's be honest. I've already complained about it considering chase cam a cheat in the past anyways. But still, before that little interruption, turn team play on, and it forces me to join the human team. So here we can see the colors. The human team is obviously designed to look like, I think, Arthas and Uther's color in the actual Warcraft series, where they like wear this color on like the armor or something. So that's the human team. It says that I'm on their team. They're human. The next one, the undead, which colors him like hyper-realistic blood, just because he's dead. And Arthas doesn't look like this. I don't know if I want to play something that looks this bloody. Last one is Orc, which notice I kind of abused that I could do things that I couldn't do with just a simple recolor otherwise. But see, he has brown edges. the brown edges are obviously just to make it more like an orc. Because I'd assume orcs are not just green. I can only assume that. They probably have something weird that makes them look way weird. Also, we're missing Feather right now. You should know how much I like Feather if you know the Doom 2 the Monster Invasion. So, this level doesn't have any starts. Map 0 has a start. So we can return here as an orc. Now I can see how Mary looks. So she basically based it on her dress color, not actually how Arthas looks. I based it on how these dresses look. So there's the human, which really fits because she's a human, obviously. It's also ironic to think that she's a human when Original was like, no, let's put no humans in here. All of them are Kirby's. Oh, but then here we have an actual human. Oh, by the way, and since the animation's glitched up over there, it looks like she's trying to dance and cry. But look, you can see the front and back frames, and look how consistent they are. They literally look like the same animation. Still, here's the undead Mary. She looks just as hyper-realistic. Blood. Still. Looked like she smacked the wall and flew up it. Look, she smacked the wall. Oh no, she did here. Smack the wall. The last one is the orc. It's now Mary as an orc. She has really weird looking flowers though. That was done on purpose because, well, I don't think the orcs look that pretty at all. Now it's returning me back to my normal color. Aha! You just can't resist doing that after you know that Sonic and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle does it. Saying hut for no reason when doing a form of a homing attack. Also, this is the source engine. I was lying to you. I never went back to the Doom engine. This is the source engine. Yeah, you can clearly tell because of my missing textures everywhere. Also, why aren't they falling? The 3D floors aren't falling. It's supposed to be. They're falling. Platform. Why aren't they falling? Did I mess something up in source code? Oh, no falling 3D platforms. That's sad. Is it just because of deathmatch? Because I don't think I programmed in anything special for deathmatch. Okay. Apparently I did program it in for deathmatch, but why? That would make an interesting thing in deathmatch, like another player is chasing you. Well, then just make all the platforms drop so they'll have to wait a few seconds to catch up with you or find an alternate path. That just sounds kind of cool. It's like a little strategy the player can use by intentionally jumping off of these to make them drop. That's a relief to find I didn't mess up that source code because I don't even understand the source code, so naturally expect me to mess it up. No, I'm mainly just trying to fix source code, sort of. I'm just trying to, like, change what all the CVARs are and stuff. So that reminds me, another change. I think there's one called Depth Width or something. Depth Width and Depth Height. Probably not. Well, vid. How did it not find anything? Match whole word. Oh, there we go. Vid depth width. There it is. I gotta say though, this new way that they handle the search results, I didn't really like it at first, but now I've realized this is way more convenient because it lets you at a glance see the line. So see, now I don't have to search through external CVAR after external CVAR. I can just look for what says CVAR and then click on it, and boom, I'm right there. A bit faster. Still, depth, width, and depth height. I wish I knew what the game did when it initially ran, when it would like set your width and height, because it doesn't set them after you set them yourself. So I was thinking maybe I could make it so that if like your screen was small enough, it would make it really tiny. I think that'd be interesting. Or if it just made it forcibly enter full screen, when normally I don't make it go in full screen. It's obvious why. Also, as a last thing, let's try to re-add Xane Race without it crashing. Because I know what made it crash. Because when I tried it out with another file, I had one of my CVARs set as user info. And when I did, the game would just crash for no reason after I closed it. So I think that I've now found why that happens. I don't know why that I can't set any of my stuff as user info, but maybe it has to be set in another part of the source code. Which is something that Xane, it's ironic. They just throw you into their source code with no help. They're like, good luck, ask us for help. But you know, good luck understanding the source code by yourself. We hope you understand C++. But I digress. Let's go and look for the file itself. Because if I remove that user info thing, which these are set to user info. Okay, never mind. They're not user info, but server info might do the same thing. So I'm going to remove this server info. But I'm lazy, so I'm just going to search. Current doc yet? Always include something, so I was going to include Slack. Was all. Ha! I could have done that in the amount of time it took me to do that. No, don't say because it's recompile it. Because if this avoids crashing the game, then we're good. Something tells me we're not. Oh, and we probably should remove this because it's probably going to have a compiler error. Because I've now defined Xane controller in another part of the source code where the actual gamepad support is actually in the actual source code. Generating. Now you actually generate it. Still bugs me it skips over install. What is install? It's not like Linux where it has to install it to the system. So what a Kirbycraft. I should have one of those like echoey voices of mine on the title screen. So I'll say, what of Kirbycraft? And then it'll start, what of Kirbycraft? I don't know how good that would sound. Something tells me I probably have to have the new voice actors handle it herself. Dude, kind of distracting not hearing the falling scream. So, oh yeah, let's try closing the game. Yes! The game doesn't crash. That means that the race mode. No, it works. Don't ask me why, but that F-Zero GX announcer essentially inspired me to do that. So that's a, you got boost power. You're going the wrong way! And the other ones, but still. Well, you're going the wrong way would be very simple to pull off. But still. Miscellaneous. Separate. This is an outdated menu. I think this is a really outdated version. I thought I removed the stop race, unless I'm so used to the console I don't remember seeing this menu much. Oh, good! And look at that! The cup CVAR works. I forgot to set the last one to L circuit in the source code. Okay, start race. Yeah, race mode works, but ignore that kill all other players. I've got to remove that because whenever one of my friends ended up playing it, he ended up thinking, I'm supposed to kill you, but how am I supposed to kill you? I don't have any weapons. Also, the upper path doesn't work. But I'm going to go this way. And you're going the wrong way! Oh my, I have to find out how do I rip his voice from the game so I can put him yelling at me to go the other way. Then I can have him say, you're going the wrong way! I mean, wouldn't want to, honestly, I wouldn't want to stick that in unless, if I ever stuck it in the game, it'd be kind of silly, because it'd be like, why is F-Zero GX's announcer here? And of course, secondly, I wouldn't want him to be able to stack his voice or else you hear him yell at you multiple times in very quick succession. You're going the wrong way! The glitch! You skipped the checkpoint! I'm not taking the upper path again.
Yeah.
No, just prove I could not mess up the sequence at all. Until that point right there. Yeah, the final lap. I really like the way that that announcer says, yeah, the final lap. It's better than the F-Zero X one. You know, I will admit, he does sound kind of excited, though. But the F-Zero GX one overall has more emotion when he talks. Alright, first place! Next one. Just demonstrating this mode works, and you're going the wrong way! The choice to stick that in, because it's race mode. How many references are going to make in this mode now? Like, to that announcer, I'm just still going to keep making references to him over and over. It's funny. Just in case you didn't see enough of this level already, I don't even know if this level even appeared in any of those videos. I can tell you one thing though, the inverted cross room, as you can see right here, inverted cross room, right there, that room is going to have to be changed. Not because of the inverted cross, obviously. I mean, there's an inverted cross in Bambo's Adventure 2, but the inverted cross room will have to be changed because in multiplayer, I don't know why, but multiplayer is kind of glitchy. See, sometimes go straight through line devs. I don't know why you never go through force fields or like solid line devs. But yet, I always see the player will go straight through the invisible checkpoints all over this level. Well, this racetrack. By the way, and whoever will take that spring, I don't even know. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to point out, you're going the wrong way! Fall off the edge right there, respawn. Just see. Of course! Restart! Because he's not saying great start like it really sounds like he's saying most of the time. It's restart! But still, it's like let's have F-Zero GX references. Except for boost power, because I don't have an air dash, so I can't say I have anything related to a boost. You know, it's not boost. Like, what else does he say normally? I can't think of too much he says. Yeah, the final lap! I know that there's the debug menu, but for some reason when I try to play any of the announcer voices, I can never hear his voice. Like, I have, like, the Japanese ISO, which has the debug menu, by the way. But I cannot get that announcer's voice to play in that menu, and it's kind of sad because someone else had his voice play in that menu. If his voice played in that menu, I'd probably stick it in at least as a placeholder. I mean, come on, I do want to hear him say you're going the wrong way and yell at me when I try to go barely backwards. Like this. You're going the wrong way! Oh. We must finish this racetrack with embarrassing times. Because we keep going the wrong way. Oh! 720 degrees spin. Advancing the next race. Oh! I should have done this before. If only that glitch still existed where I could just go backwards and forward, it would just count as a lap. Wait. Wait, what? Set to 5. That's not even a number. think that the last one's the exact same level. You always just gotta love how this level looks. It's so pre-rendered FMV. Oh, and by the way, the door was changed, by the way. I decided to make it less like the original racetrack by actually making the door be a different color. So now the door doesn't just look like it's a piece of the ground. It's very obvious where the doors are now. Race tip complete, and here's the message. All races completed. Good job, racers. That's sort of a placeholder about when I put on it says, good job, racers. Still, that's World of Kirbycraft. Which is an interesting game. We'll end up seeing more of it eventually. But for now, though, it's been almost 2 hours. I bet there's probably a lot of content in this one about the most recent updates to World of Kirbycraft.